So today I'm going to share with you my best tips on how to grow your YouTube channel. These are things that most people aren't talking about. They're not the most obvious tips, but these are things that have made a huge difference in me growing my channel, and I see a lot of people struggling, and these are tips for you guys out there who are struggling. If you listen to these tips and implement them into your channel, I promise you that you will see some great growth on your YouTube channel. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin and you're watching LovedHappy, your favorite place on YouTube for uplifting and motivational content about motherhood and God. But today we're actually mixing things up and I'm doing a video that a lot of you were interested in seeing. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing my best tips for how to start and grow your YouTube channel and hopefully become wildly successful on YouTube. The tips that I'm going to be sharing with you are things that I feel like most people aren't really talking about, or they're not the most obvious tips that you hear in most of these videos. So I really hope that this video is helpful for you. If you'd be interested in seeing more videos like this about how I do YouTube or behind the scenes of how I do YouTube, let me know by giving me a thumbs up on this video or letting me know down in the comments below. But let's just jump right on into these tips. Okay, so my first tip is to have a solid why that is motivating you to have your YouTube channel. And I really suggest having motivation that is more than just to make money, because chances are that's going to take a very long time before you can start actually making money on your YouTube channel. So you need to find something that you're absolutely passionate about that you can be sharing through your videos. Whether that's teaching on a certain topic that you're passionate about, or making cooking videos, or something that just really excites you. You have your own story and you have your own unique point of view. I'd encourage you to brainstorm the things that make you an individual, the different things that you've experienced in your life that you want to share with other people. For example, I have my channel to encourage people and to share with them what God is teaching me, and also just to give practical tips and motivation for other moms out there, just the different things that I'm learning along my journey so that we can come together and encourage each other. So that is my little niche, and I get extremely passionate about sharing the different breakthroughs that God is giving me in my life. So while I am making a paycheck on YouTube each month, it has taken me a while to get to this point. And trust me, I have over 150 videos, and what fueled those videos is passion and a heart to share. So you need to find whatever it is that's gonna get you excited and motivated to share, even when people aren't watching, because trust me, when you start off, you might get like 4 views on your video, which are probably your friends and family. And it really does take a lot of effort until you start to build momentum. And I hope that these other tips will help you build that momentum as well. So my second tip goes with the first tip, and that is to simply stick with it. The only difference between the people who succeed in life, quote unquote succeed, or the people who just fall behind and don't reach their goals, is simply that you just keep going. So if you have a YouTube channel or you're pursuing anything in life and you feel like it's going slow, just remember that the most important thing is just to keep going. And that brings me to my next tip, and that is to improve a little bit as you go along. A lot of people put off starting their channel and will never start it because they feel like they're not. I totally just nursed my daughter and I forgot to button my shirt back up. So a lot of people feel like they have to be at this state of pure perfection before they start their channel, and because of that, they never actually start their channel. So don't let perfectionism stop you from starting a YouTube channel. All that I suggest that you do is learn a little bit as you go. That's what I do. Start with whatever tools you have, whatever free software is on your computer. If you have an iPhone, you can use that. Obviously, if you're starting this, you probably are busy with a full-time job or being a mom like myself, or whatever else you do. So it's hard to dedicate a lot of time to growing. So that's why I suggest just taking off little bites as you go. For instance, maybe you'll spend 1 week learning about keywords, and then maybe you'll spend the next week working on your banner, and then maybe you'll spend the next week trying to figure out how you want to brand your thumbnails, and then maybe the next week you'll create a little intro for your videos, or the next month, whatever. My point is to just keep striving to improve in little ways, and those little ways really add up. And if you want to be looking like a professional channel that you really aspire to be, you have to take those little steps to get there. And it's really not that hard. There's so much information online on YouTube videos to figure out how to tackle each of the elements that you see in some of the bigger YouTube channels that you love to watch. And I highly recommend watching YouTubers like video creators Daryl Eves, Nick Nimmin, Brian G. Johnson, Roberto Blake, and other YouTubers who have videos teaching you how to grow your channel. And they give you lots of behind the scenes sort of information about the algorithms and about how to tag your videos and things like that. So in your spare time, I suggest listening to their videos so that you can feed yourself with that knowledge and just learn a little bit as you go. Okay, my next tip is something that you hear a lot, and this is such a struggle. I've definitely had a hard time with this, and that is to focus on a specific niche and to try and be very specific with the type of content that you're making and say goodbye to the other videos that don't fit in that box. And I know as a creator, so much of the time we just want to share all of our life and all of the things that we love. And I think that is possible to have a channel like that, especially when you're bigger. I mean, if you have 1 million followers, you could probably make a video on anything and you're gonna have plenty of people who are gonna watch that video. But when you're trying to grow your channel, the more specific you can be with the focus of your videos, the easier it is for viewers to be inclined to subscribe because they know exactly what to expect from your channel. I know sometimes when I click on other channels and they just have such a mishmash of videos that don't really connect in my mind, and there's a mixture of vlogs and DIYs. I may personally see 1 or 2 types of their videos that I like, but when I see the majority of their videos, which I'm not as interested in, I'm much less likely to subscribe. It's ironic that I'm talking about this because obviously this video does not fit in my niche, but I think that there is room for exceptions, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit in my next tip. So the more focused you can be, the easier it is for people to want to subscribe to your channel. Okay, so this next tip kind of piggybacks on that tip as well. And that is to create videos that you're passionate about and that are in line with what you're sharing on, but also make sure that they're searchable. So some of you are gonna have certain niches that are just naturally really searchable, and that is ideal. I mean, that would be the best, is if you have people searching for every single video that you're making. That can get kind of tricky depending on what genre you're in on YouTube, because there are certain trends that are popular, but you don't wanna be, at least I don't wanna be someone who's just jumping on all the trends. For instance, here on my channel, I'm not making slime and doing every trending challenge and all of the different morning routines and everything like that. And I have absolutely nothing against those things. But when I talk about searchability, what comes to mind is I'm part of some different Facebook groups, and I see a lot of people who have vlogging channels who are having trouble growing their channel and getting found. And the biggest reason they're having that trouble is because nothing that they're putting out there is actually searchable. And that is the trouble with vlogs, because when your title is a day at the park or hanging out with in-laws or whatever it may be, people aren't actually typing that in on YouTube and searching for those types of videos. And that is where you're gonna run into some problems in growing your channel. You have to make sure people are searching for your videos. So I have run into that dilemma as well, because a lot of topics that I'm interested in aren't highly searched on YouTube. For instance, just the different things I talk about with God and walking with God. People are searching for those things, but they're not trending topics by any means, and they're not videos that I do great with in terms of SEO or videos that I notice tend to get promoted very well. But I have found some topics that are related to my niche. So what I make sure to do is to intermingle things that are more searchable into my content along with those videos, and videos that are not just random trending videos, but things that are actually interesting to my viewer, which are other women, girls, and moms out there. For instance, on my channel, while I love to talk about connecting with God, my most popular videos, I have one on my tips for baby-led weaning, and that has quite a few views. And then I also have some on baby names that are really popular. And then I also have a series of videos that I did on natural unmedicated childbirth that are really popular as well. And that's because people are searching for those videos. So make sure you are producing content that people are searching for today and that they'll be searching for a year from now too. And that is considered evergreen content. For instance, if you make a video, if it's related to your channel, on how to repair a flat tire, if you tag that video well, if you have a great thumbnail and good SEO, you could get feasibly a ton of views on that video, because that is something that people were searching yesterday, they'll search today, and they'll search for tomorrow. So that is personally how I navigate making content that is really connected to my heart and things that I'm passionate about, and then also things that I'm actually interested in, but they're more searchable too. So I just try and find that balance in the content that I make. Make sure you're offering content that is actually valuable to your viewers, whether it's information, entertainment, inspiration. I really want you to sit down and think about what value you're offering through your videos, because if you as a creator can't quantify what kind of value you're offering through your videos, then it's going to be even harder for people who stumble across your channel to see the value in subscribing if you as a creator can't even see that yourself. So make sure to really understand your strengths and what kind of value you're offering the people who are watching your videos and why they should subscribe in the first place. My next tip is to be you. Be unapologetically you. Don't feel like you have to fit into a certain box. There are so many different YouTubers out there who inspire us to want to create our channel, right? but do not try and be them. Be inspired by them, but you need to be you. If you spend your energy trying to copy someone else and imitate how they do their thumbnails and imitate how they talk and imitate all the content that they make, there's nothing exciting or interesting about that whatsoever. And the one thing that you can do better than anyone else on YouTube or in this world is be you. Being you is your secret power on YouTube. Yes, it takes some time to be comfortable on camera and to feel like your genuine personality is coming across, but it just takes time, so stick with it, because the more you can feel comfortable to be yourself, the more people are gonna connect with you. And I know it's scary to be vulnerable on camera. I know it's scary even to let people see your messy house or to let people see things as they really are, just the different quirks in your personality. But people can relate to those things because we all have weird quirks in our personality. We all can relate to having messes in our houses. Excuse me. Don't keep that in though. I wouldn't keep burps in. So in terms of how you deliver your message, in terms of what you look like on camera and the content that you're trying to produce, try and make it as you as it could possibly be. Because if you think about it, the YouTubers that you probably love to watch are ones that you feel connected to, not people that are just kind of phony and someone you aspire to be, you know what I mean? And in order for people to truly connect with you, you have to be yourself, if that makes sense. So just strive to be yourself on camera. My next tip, I see a lot of people making this mistake, and I see this because I have TubeBuddy, which is a great tool to help you title your videos and tag your videos. So search tubebuddy.com and you can download that as well. But I can see the tags on other people's videos, and make sure you're doing long, what are they called? Long chain tags. I forget the phrase for it, but make sure your tags are different things that people are actually searching in the search bar. So do not put tags that are simply one word. So let's say you have a grocery haul that you're uploading. Do not put healthy as one tag and groceries as one tag and food as one tag, because while that may have worked in the past on YouTube, that is not going to get your video found. So instead, be specific with each of your tags. For the most part, besides having your channel name in the tags, which you definitely should have long chain tags of things that people are actually searching for on YouTube. Because think about it, you don't ever really search just one word on YouTube. You search a phrase, or you search a title of a song, or you search how to make lasagna with zucchini, or something that is a long phrase. Make sure that all of your tags are not just one word things, but things that people would actually be typing for to get to your video on YouTube. And one great way you can do this too is just by typing things in the search bar and seeing what drops down on the little bar as suggested different titles and using those as your tags. That is a great starting point. Thumbnails are so important because they're the first impression, and we are visual people. We like to be grabbed by an image. And if you can have an interesting thumbnail that is legible, that's easy to understand, that gets a message across quickly, and one that stands out among other similar thumbnails, that is going to play such a big part in people wanting to click on your video. I'm not talking about clickbait, I'm just talking about thoughtful thumbnails. For instance, if I can, I try and take relevant pictures of myself to include in the thumbnail that is related to my videos. So that way I have a little bit more to work with than just a still of me from this video right here. So just be thoughtful about your thumbnails. Make sure they're legible from a phone, because most people are watching YouTube on their phone. A lot of people have text that is not legible from a small screen, or text that is just on a blurry background, or things that you can't see. Make sure you have a nice, clean, attractive image that's relevant to the video, that's interesting, that would spark someone to want to click on it. And make sure that if you have any text on the thumbnail, that it's clear, that it's relatively enticing, and that it's legible as well. Make genuine comments on other creators' videos that are people that you actually watch, that are people that are in your related niches, that are people that are similar to you, or people that you want to be friends with, you know? Engage with other creators, and do not just comment on people's videos asking them to check out your channel or to sub for sub, because that is just, I mean, that's just not cute, not the way to go. Listen to all the tips that I'm doing, and I promise you will grow. You're not gonna have success on YouTube by commenting on everyone's videos sub for sub or things like that. But if you comment on other people's videos, a lot of times you can draw new viewers to your channel. I know I have viewers who have found me from my comments on other creators' videos out there as well. And then also, especially when your channel is small, make sure you're responding or at least giving a heart to the different people who comment on your videos. When people take the time to comment on your videos, especially if you don't have a lot of comments to reply to, comment back to them and engage with them. As you're putting yourself out there, they're connecting with you. And I know as a viewer, it's so encouraging when the creator comments back and it feels like you're actually having a conversation. I personally love to talk to you guys. I don't get back to every single comment, but I do my very best to do it, especially if they're thoughtful comments or comments where people share about themselves or things like that. I love talking to my viewers, and that's honestly something that brings me so much joy, not just receiving comments, but engaging with them and continuing that conversation in the comment section. I know there are a lot of small YouTube creators out there who complain about the growth of their channel, but I look on their channel and they'll have 3 sincere comments on their video and they don't even respond back to those people commenting, yet they're complaining that they don't have more subscribers. To me, I just don't get that. You need to value the subscribers you have if you want more people to come to your channel. Okay, keep your passion and vision alive. This is something that has been crucial for me. About every month or 2 months, I feel like I need to get refocused. I constantly have to keep getting refocused on what I'm doing on my channel. I have to rekindle that flame inside of me to get me excited about what I'm doing, to remind myself of the value in what I'm doing, and to just stay focused, especially when your channel is small and you're not getting views, you're not getting comments, you're not getting shares or subscribers or anything like that. You need to keep zeroing in on your why and hold on to that as best as you can. For me, what that looks like is praying and involving God in the process and asking him, okay, God, what should I do? And just really trying to tune in with God and what he is encouraging me to share on my channel. That is something that I do. But as a creator, it's so easy to get into slumps, and you just need to keep zeroing back to your why and finding different video ideas that are exciting to you, or different ways to film videos, or just new ways to be creative. Keep pushing yourself and challenging yourself and finding new things to be excited about. Otherwise, you're just gonna get bored and then your viewers are gonna feel it and it's just not gonna be fun for anyone. So keep that passion alive. Keep finding video ideas that are super exciting to you, and the people that are watching your videos are absolutely gonna feed off that energy. Okay, my last tip too would be to ask for people to subscribe to your channel. Just remind them. It doesn't have to be a naggy thing to do. If you genuinely believe in your content and you genuinely believe in what you're sharing on YouTube, which you absolutely should feel, then you shouldn't feel bad to ask people to subscribe to your channel if you genuinely feel like you're offering them valuable content. So I hope that this video is helpful to you. Again, give it a thumbs up if it was. So if you want to see how much money I make on YouTube, I now have a tad over 6,000 subscribers, but if you want to know how much I make on YouTube each month, let me know down in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss that video and my other encouraging videos. I would absolutely be honored to have you here. But anyways, I bless you and I just pray great success over you and your YouTube channel. I pray that you would find clear vision on how to move forward, and I just pray that you get an abundance of wonderful subscribers to your channel and you would just have a beautiful journey here on YouTube and absolutely all the most wonderful success. I love you and I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.